Hey everyone, Mark here. Welcome back to the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Very quickly, I've been falling behind in some of the independent movies that I get through our inbox. So I thought I'd run through a couple of them here fairly quickly. Some of these are going to be hot takes. Some of these will be a little more in depth. See what we get. We'll knock out a few for you here really quick. The first one is a quasi superhero film called Armstrong. It's from 2017. It was written by Carrie Carlock and directed by Carrie Carlock. Excuse me, and it stars Vicky Judy, Sean Parsons, Jason Antoon, Christian Anderson, and Kevin Pollak as a voice on the radio, as in a disc jockey. This is a film about an EMT on her first night, whose ambulance is called and her partner drives. And they pick up this guy who's hurt, and he's got a mechanical arm. And there's explosions all over in this one part of the city, and power's out everywhere. And they're running through, trying to keep him alive because he's being chased by someone, so they don't know if he's good or bad. And it's just one of those things where you have to try to keep up, and they figure out that he may or may not be a good guy. So it's an interesting take on a superhero type of story because he's not really a superhero. He's the product of an experiment by either the military or some other NGO, and who's fighting back against what he feels he's learned is wrong with that organization. So it's an interesting watch. I'd tell you to watch it. It's not super great. There's not a lot of superheroics per se, but it's kind of an interesting character take. So yeah, I'll tell you to give Armstrong a go. The next one is a film I caught on Netflix called Darklight from 2019, and it's Dark Light, not Darklight, one word. Written and directed by Patrick Reynolds, starring Jessica Madsen, Opal Littleton, and Ed Brody. And this is a woman who returns to her family home after some trouble with her husband, and they have a child. And she may or may not be going insane because there may or may not be these monsters that are trying to get her child. This film is actually very entertaining, more because of the creature design and the mythology that they build behind these creatures. It's not a bad film by any stretch of the imagination. Don't think I'm saying that these are the only two things. So, I mean, the performances are pretty good. Like I said, I really enjoyed the creature design and the mythology that they had. I kind of wish they'd have explored it just a little bit more. But overall, Darklight is actually a really kind of fun watch. So, again, there's another one that I can recommend for you. The next two are little horror movies. I'm going to do the better of the two first. And it is called For Jennifer. And this is about a woman named Jennifer who was a horror blogger who seems to be getting depressed, so her friends, for her birthday, decide they're going to film a horror film. So she works with them, and they start kind of throwing together a story and casting actors. And it's going to be called For Jennifer because it's for her birthday. So written and directed by Jodie Barton. And it stars Dominique Swain, Felissa Rose, Madeline Wade, Lynette Tachel, Greg Blair, and Tiffany Fest as Jennifer. But in the course of making this movie, they find out that there were actually 3 other quote-unquote Jennifer movies that came before this. And they all kind of have these weird links to either Jennifer or the movie they're making or the people that they're auditioning. And one of the people that was in one of the previous films, is actually in prison for killing people during the filming of one of the movies. So you get this kind of meta examination of horror films within horror films, and not in a Scream kind of way, but and what drives people to make horror, what makes horror appealing, and what makes horror film, and so it gets a little convoluted at the end, or around the end when we get to the horror mastermind, the Jigsaw, if you will, of this particular film. It it kind of gets a little wonky, but at the end we get to Jennifer, our Jennifer, at the end, and you kind of get what she is doing, but that groundwork isn't necessarily laid out in a way for you that really works. Before then, it's just kind of thrown out there. People they do a lot of telling, and not you don't see it a lot. So it could have been there could have been more development of Jennifer's character to make this ending perhaps make a little more sense. So it's a cool concept of a film, and I like the concept that they're using here. I don't know that it's necessarily really well pulled off, and I don't know that you could do this again because then it would just I don't think it would work. So I think they kind of missed their shot having it be what it is, and it's not great, but it's not terrible. So if you want to see a cool concept, I'll tell you to watch For Jennifer. So there you go. And then the last one, from writers Daryl Buxton and Steve Hardy, and directed by John R. Walker, starring Lois Wilkinson, Leslie Scoble, and India Rakia Walker. Ouijageist. The problem with this film is in the title, and it's got the word Ouija in it. Can we please just do away with Ouija board movies? It's overplayed. It's terribly played in every single movie that uses a Ouija board. And this one is no different. So it's actually, on top of the fact that we're using the tired old horror trope of the Ouija board, A, it's not used very much, B, it's not used very well, and C, the movie is just terribly slow because nothing happens for most of this film. So it's not really that good a movie. So this, of the four that we've talked about, this is the one I'm going to tell you, just go ahead and skip. You don't need to see it. It's basically whatever you think any Ouija board horror movie is going to be, except a lot more boring. So there you have it. We had Armstrong, we had Darklight, we had For Jennifer, and we had Ouijageist. Three of those I would tell you to watch, just not Ouijageist. So I know I've been slacking, and I apologize. Hopefully I get more of these done for you soon. I've been watching a few more. Hopefully we get Ryan back when his schedule permits, because it's busy in the world today, even though we all feel like we're not doing anything. So hopefully y'all are staying safe out there, taking this opportunity to catch up on everything you've missed, maybe catch up on stuff that you didn't know that you missed, which I did have one I watched yesterday. I had no idea I'd missed it until yesterday, and I hope we get to talk about it, so I don't want to ruin it by telling you which one it is. Suffice it to say, I was pleasantly surprised. So till then, till we get back to you, everyone stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we will see you all around. Bye-bye.